Hey everyone, welcome to this full body Yin Yoga class. All you will need for today's practice is yourself and something soft below you. So with that, let's jump right into it. Starting in a seated position in the middle of the mat, just cross both of your legs below you and gently rest your hands on the tops of your knees. Take a deep breath in. Slowly close down your eyes and let everything go. Breathe in once more and release everything out. Slowly opening your eyes and start rolling your neck to the right. And switch directions. Now just relax your head. Lower your right arm down onto the mat and reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Fully extend through that left side of your body and just feel this gentle stretch. This class is heavy with holding stretches for a very long time, so we just want to warm up your body a little bit before we get into the full practice. Now gently switch sides. Left arm down to the mat, right arm up towards the sky. Coming back towards center, we're going to do the same stretch, just make it a little bit more fluid. So inhale, lean over to the right, and exhale as you lean over to the left. Continue moving with your breath and stretching out each side of your body here. Now coming back towards center, meet me on all fours. Your hands should be underneath your shoulders. Your knees should be underneath your hips. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to release into cat pose, arching your back up towards the ceiling, lowering your head towards the mat. On your inhale, moving into cow pose, releasing your lower back down and your head reaches up towards the sky. Keep on flowing here for a few more breaths. Pushing your hips up into the air, meet me in downward dog. With this being the first downward dog of the practice, we want to be really gentle here. So walk out those legs and really get a deep stretch here. Coming back down onto all fours, sit your hips back and meet me in child's pose. Stretching your arms along the length of the mat. Lower your forehead and rest out on the mat here and just breathe with me. Slowly coming back up to plank pose. And lower yourself down into the first chaturanga. Take a deep stretch here You should really be feeling this in your upper abs and your stomach here. While you're staying in this pose, release your head down to the left side of your body and gently lift the left side of your hips up here. You should feel this side stretch along the entire right side of your body. Come back towards center and do the same on the other side. Coming back towards the center, push those hips back once more and meet me down in child's pose. Rise up into downward dog. Lifting your right leg in the air while keeping your knee bent, start circling that right leg back and forward. Open up here as much as you can with this hip. And circle for 3, 2, and 1. Point your right knee towards your chest. Reach that leg all the way to the front of the mat. Lowering your left knee, releasing your toes. Lowering your upper body down towards the mat, staying on your elbows here. And walk that right foot out 1 or 2 steps so that you can fold into that hip a little bit deeper. But this is a deep pose, so find a comfortable position because you're going to be here for a minute. My Yin Yoga classes are all about not only gaining flexibility in your body and releasing whatever tension you may be holding, but it is also a very strong practice for your mind. This is where we challenge our mind because we're going to get uncomfortable and we're going to want to move and fidget a little bit, but try to stay as still as possible during all of these poses. And remember, it's a mental battle, not a physical battle. Now, ever so gently, come back up onto your hands, pulling that foot in towards the center, pushing your hips back. Left hip is in alignment with your left knee, and straighten your right leg as much as you can. Try to keep that right foot flat on the floor here. Again, holding this position. Focus on your breath. It's good for your body to be a little bit uncomfortable, but make sure that it's not in pain here. So if anything's hurting too much, let up a little bit and don't go too far into the stretch. Now, staying in the same position, gently release those hips, stretching forward and back and shaking off any tension that was built while we were in that pose. Step your right leg back, come into downward dog, and walk those legs out deeply once more. Coming into plank, lower down into chaturanga, releasing your body all the way through and stretch up through the crown of your head. On your exhale, come back to downward dog. Reach the left leg up in the air with your knee bent and do those circles once more. Try to open your hip as wide as you can here and really get a good stretch. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. Left knee to your chest, step it all the way through. Lower your right knee to the ground, releasing your feet. And when you're ready, lower your forearms down to the ground, coming onto your elbows, stepping that left leg out, and open that hip as much as you need to right here to really be able to sit in this pose. Really focus on your mind. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? This practice really forces us to meet ourselves, to recognize our thoughts, to recognize our feelings, and to really tap into our relationship with ourselves. Just try to be present, stay still, quiet your mind, and if you feel your body ever tensing up in certain areas, just try to focus your attention on softening that area and letting it go. Releasing the buildup of tension is our goal here. Now, ever so gently, come back up onto your hands and straighten that left leg. Tiptoe your foot to the center of the mat. Right hip is over your right knee, and fold down and release your forehead into your knee here. You might be very stiff, so just focus on mind over matter and sticking to the consistency of staying in this pose. You can do anything for a couple of minutes, so just breathe and stay with me. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and start to rock back and forth, releasing the tension in both of your legs here. This movement flowing until your muscles Feel a little bit of relief. Stepping your left leg back into downward dog. Really release your entire body into this downward dog. Come into plank pose and move through your chaturanga. Come back to those side stretches that we did earlier, leaning into your left hip and your right hip, looking over each shoulder. And sit back into child's pose. Now lowering your entire body to the floor here. Center yourself on the mat, extending your left arm straight out, laying it gently on the floor. Your right palm will be on the floor. Your elbow will be pointing up towards the ceiling to support you. Lifting your right leg, bending it, and placing it behind you. This is going to be a really deep stretch in your shoulder and upper body here. Rest your head gently on the mat below. And when you find a comfortable position, just to settle in. Focus on being here with me. Focus on the music. Focus on your breath. Carefully lower your right leg back down towards the mat. Place both arms to either side of your chest and push through to cobra here. Extend all the way through the crown of your head. Come back down and move to the other side. Right arm is extended, palm is facing towards the floor. Your left arm is bent with your palm stabilizing you. Left leg reaches up and place it behind you. Release and lower your head to the mat and just breathe into the stretch in your arm. If you have any affirmations or mantras that you would like to practice on repeating in your mind here, this is the perfect place for you to silently repeat those in your mind to try and help distract you and focus on being here. Start to release your left leg back down to the mat. Again, pushing up into Cobra. This time, let's start to rotate your neck to one side, releasing whatever tension you may have built up. Now moving into our final pose of this practice, spread your knees wide to either side of the mat, sit your hips back, and tuck both of your arms all the way underneath your body, and gently rest your head on the mat. Focus on your mantras, your affirmations, your breath, quiet your mind, relax, and be here with me. Slowly tuck your arms, walk your legs forward, and meet me in a seated position. Cross your legs underneath you. And repeating the side stretch that we did at the beginning. Right arm lowers down to the mat, left arm reaches up and over, and flow to the other side. Move with your breath and just flow back and forth for a moment. Stopping in the center. Roll out that neck one final time to the right. Switching directions to the left. Releasing your arms down to the tops of your knees. Gently close your eyes. Take a final inhale. And let everything go. Thank you guys for being with me on the mat today, and I'll see you next time.